Okay guys, let's get started. 10A, a smartphone is better than a tablet. 1. Reading. Ask and answer the questions. How popular are smartphones and tablets in your country? So, how popular are smartphones and tablets in Mexico? And what do people use them for? For example, yo creo, that los smartphones are very popular in Mexico. Creo que los smartphones son muy populares en México. I think in Mexico, smartphones are more popular than tablets. Creo que los smartphones son aún más populares que las tablets en México. What do people use them for? Okay. I think the number one reason, creo que la razón número uno, that people use smartphones, que las personas usan smartphones, is to communicate. Es para comunicarse. Okay. B. Read the post about smartphones. Lean el post acerca de smartphones. Este de aquí. Okay. And tablets on the online hotline. What do they talk about? De acerca de qué hablan. Okay. Different things you can do with them. Cosas diferentes que puedes hacer con ellos. Differences between them. Diferencias entre ellos. Y C. Different apps you can have on them. Diferentes aplicaciones que puedes tener en ellos. So, léanlo por favor. Pause the video. Read it. Very well. So, the book tells us, el libro nos dice, that que el post habla acerca de B. Differences between them. Diferencias entre ellos. Okay. Vamos a las diferentes secciones. Size is everything. Which is bigger? ¿Cuál es más grande? How about the price? ¿Qué tal el precio? Which is cheaper? ¿Cuál es más barato? Okay. Can I carry it around easily? ¿Lo puedo traer conmigo fácilmente? Which is lighter? ¿Cuál es más liviano? Tell me about the screen. Cuéntame acerca de la pantalla. Which is clearer? ¿Cuál es más clara? ¿Cuál es más nítida? Which is better? ¿Cuál es mejor? Una pregunta directa. So, este texto, como nos dice el libro, talks about the differences between them. Habla acerca de las diferencias entre ellos. Okay. Read the post again. Find the person who. Lean el post una vez más y encuentren a la persona que 1. Uses a tablet in their job. Utiliza una tablet en su trabajo. 2. Is happy they bought a tablet. Está feliz que compró una tablet. Takes their smartphone when they go out. Se lleva su smartphone cuando sale. Uses their tablets in their free time. Utiliza su tablet en su tiempo libre. Muy bien. Hagan eso. Encierren el nombre y subrayen la oración o oraciones que les dijeron o les encontraron la respuesta. Okay. Ahora, quiero que adivinen. Which is better for Noel? A smartphone or a tablet? Para Noel, ¿cuál es mejor? ¿Un smartphone o una tablet? Vean lo que está buscando y díganme cuál sería mejor para ella. Y denme una razón por qué. Okay, let's go to the next page. 2. Grammar. Comparative adjectives. Look at the bar charts on the online hotline. Vamos a ver las gráficas de barras en las online hotlines. Okay, tenemos 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5. We have 5 bar charts. Okay, it says, most people think, la mayoría de las personas piensan que, is heavier than A is heavier than A. So, vamos a hacer un primer ejemplo. One, A. Ok, acá tenemos este que dice which is lighter. ¿Cuál es más liviano? Bueno, liviano es lo contrario de heavier. Es lo contrario, es lo opposite. Okay, they are opposite, son opuestos. So, de este lado vamos a colocar A, espacio, is heavier than A, es más pesado que un. Okay, so, ¿cuál es más liviano? Which is lighter? Smartphone. El smartphone es más liviano. En este caso, la tablet es más pesada. Number one, a tablet is heavier than a smartphone. Ok, tómense unos segunditos, respondan el resto y revisamos respuestas. Pausen el video, respóndanlo y regresamos. Ok, number two, a tablet is better than a smartphone. Number three, a tablet is bigger than a smartphone. Number four, a tablet is more expensive than a smartphone. And number five, a smartphone is lighter than a tablet. Muy bien. So, tenemos los adjetivos comparativos, comparative adjectives, heavier, más pesado que, better than, mejor que, bigger than, más grande que, more expensive than, más caro que, lighter than, más liviano que. Very good. Activity B. Underline the comparative adjectives in the sentences into A. Then circle the correct words to complete the rule. Okay, ¿cuáles son los adjetivos comparativos? Se los acabo de decir. Heavier, better, bigger, more expensive, lighter. So, vamos a subrayar. Vamos a encerrar la palabra correcta para completar la regla. La regla nos dice, the adjectives tell us how the smartphones and tablets are the same or are different. Okay. ¿Qué nos dicen los adjetivos comparativos en este caso? How they are the same, cómo son iguales, or how they are different, o cómo son diferentes. Okay. Si estamos comparando, quiere decir que algo va a ser diferente. So in this case, different. Recordamos una vez más cuáles son los adjetivos comparativos. Heavier than, más pesado que. Involucrando o enfocando de que algo está más pesado que otra cosa. Better, mejor que. Bigger than, más grande que. More expensive than, más caro que. Y lighter than, más liviano o ligero que. Estamos buscando e encontrando diferencias en dos objetos. Look at the sentences in 2A. Vean las oraciones en la actividad 2A, que fue la primera de esta hoja. Complete the rules and the examples. Completen las reglas y los ejemplos. Short adjectives. Para adjetivos cortos. Example, ejemplo, light. Add. ¿Qué le agregamos a light para convertirlo en un adjetivo comparativo? Le agregamos ER al final. O terminación ER. Light lo cambiamos a lighter. Por ejemplo, tenemos hard y lo vamos a cambiar a harder. Write, blank, escribe espacio, before long adjectives, antes de adjetivos largos. ¿Qué le agregamos a adjetivos largos para hacer los adjetivos comparativos? Por ejemplo, tenemos expensive. Okay. A este le agregamos more. More. Entonces sería write more before long adjectives. Example, expensive. Vamos a cambiar interesting por more interesting. Some adjectives are irregular. Algunos adjetivos son irregulares, enfocándonos y diciéndonos que son adjetivos que no cambian en base a una regla, cambian de forma singular. Ellos no siguen ninguna regla de las que hemos visto anteriormente, estas dos de acá. Okay. Some adjectives are irregular. Example, good and bad. Bad cambia a worse. Good cambia a better or better. Muy bien. Complete the sentences. Listen and check. Completen las oraciones, escuchen y revisemos.
Track 3.37. A.
My new smartphone is bigger than the old one I had.
B.
Some tablets are more expensive than computers.
Listen one more time. Escuchen una vez más.
Track 3.37. A.
My new smartphone is bigger than the old one I had.
B.
Some tablets are more expensive than computers.
Very well. Let's check the answers. Revisamos las respuestas. My new smartphone is bigger than the old one I had. B. Some tablets are more expensive than computers. Very good. Activity F. Let's go to page 154. Comparative adjectives, adjetivos comparativos. We use a comparative adjective plus than to compare two or more things, people, etc. Utilizamos adjetivos comparativos más el than para comparar dos o más cosas, personas o etc. Hey, por ejemplo, tenemos My new smartphone is bigger than my old one. My phone is more expensive than my sister's. My tablet is heavier than my phone. Your laptop is better than mine. Veamos cómo cambian. Let's see how they change. One syllable. Si los adjetivos son de una sílaba, por ejemplo, old, cheap, light. Okay. Add ER, agregamos ER al final. Old cambia a older, cheap cambia a cheaper, light cambia a lighter, heavy, en este caso, dice end in Y. Si termina en Y, es adjective minus Y. Al adjetivo le vamos a quitar la Y and add IER. Y le vamos a agregar I latina ER al final. Heavy, le quitamos la Y, le agregamos IER al final. Heavy cambiaría a heavier. Easy cambiaría a easier. Pretty cambiaría a prettier. Two or more syllables. Si el adjetivo cuenta con dos o más sílabas, le agregamos more al principio. More más el adjetivo sin cambiarlo. Useful lo cambiamos a more useful. Expensive lo cambiamos a more expensive. And difficult changes to more difficult. Tip. Good and bad are irregular. Good y bad son irregulares. Good cambia a better y bad cambia a worse. Ok, otra vez un poquito más de cómo se lo vamos a deletrear. Si es el adjetivo más ER. La mayoría de los adjetivos add ER. Les agregamos solo ER al final. Adjective ends in E, add R. Si el adjetivo ya termina en E, agregamos una R. Adjective ends in a consonant plus Y. Change Y to I and add ER. Si el adjetivo termina en una consonante seguido por una Y, le quitamos la Y agregamos I latina ER. Adjective ends in one vowel and one consonant. Double the consonant and add ER. Si el adjetivo termina en una vocal seguido por una consonante, duplicamos esa consonante. Por ejemplo, aquí tenemos hot, H-O-T, O-T. Dice que dupliquemos la consonante, la última consonante es la T, la duplicamos y agregamos ER. Muy bien, perfecto. Pasamos a la siguiente página, next page please, and we're going to do some practice. Vamos a practicar un poco. A. Write the comparative form of the adjectives. Escriban las formas comparativas de los adjetivos. Okay, les doy unos segunditos, pausen el video, respóndanlo en su libro. Y aquí tienen las respuestas. Angry changes to angrier without the Y, adding IER. 2. Bad. Bad changes to worse. Clean changes to cleaner, adding ER. 4. Cold changes to colder, adding ER. 5. Comfortable changes to more comfortable. 6. Crowded. Crowded changes to more crowded. Fast. Fast changes to faster, adding ER. Fat. Fat changes to fatter. We put the last T, we double that consonant and add ER. Then we have good. Good is irregular, remember? And it changes to better. 10. Interesting. Interesting has many syllables. We change it to more interesting. Modern. Modern has 2 syllables, so we add more at the beginning. Noisy. Noisy ends in Y, so we remove that Y and add IER, and it gives us noisier. 13. Old. Okay, we change it to older. Popular, we change it to more popular. Sad, we change it to sadder. Strange, we change it to stranger. Strong, we change it to stronger. Thin, thin becomes thinner with a double N. Wet, wet becomes wetter with a double T. And wide becomes wider when we add an R, only an R, because it already ends in E. Very good. Write sentences using the present simple of be in comparative adjectives. So, for example, my new phone, cheap, my old phone. My new phone is cheaper than my old phone. Okay, so it says write sentences using the present simple. Escriban oraciones usando el presente simple of be, del verbo be. Add and comparative adjectives y utilizando adjetivos comparativos. Okay. Les doy unos segunditos, pause the video, and here are the answers. The film interesting the book. The film is more interesting than the book. 3. Her children noisy my children. Her children are noisier than my children. 4. She a good cook my dad. She is a better cook than my dad. Dubai, modern Dublin. Dubai is more modern than Dublin. 6. This hotel comfortable the last hotel. This hotel is more comfortable than the last hotel. 7. My friends fit me. My friends are fitter than me. Very well. Next exercise. Correct one mistake in each sentence. Corrijan un error en cada oración. She quicker than me. She always finishes first. What is the mistake? ¿Cuál es el error? She, recuerden que debe de llevar la oración. Debe ser en present simple, presente simple, llevar el verbo to be y un adjetivo comparativo. So, she is quicker than me. Le faltó el is right here. Muy bien. Les doy unos segunditos mientras lo contestan. Pause the video and here are the answers. The book is good than the film. The book is better than the film. My marks are always worser than yours. My marks are always worse than yours. This dress is prettier than that one. Prettier, but without a Y, and we have to use an I. 5. The English weather is wetter than the weather in Spain. What is the problem? The problem is wetter. It's missing a T. Le falta una T. 6. Their family is more big than mine. Okay. Their family is bigger than mine. 7. My new teacher is most interesting than my old teacher. My new teacher is more interesting than my old teacher. Is your internet faster mine? Is your internet faster than mine? Very good. Let's go back to page 101. Noelle also listens to a podcast to help her decide. Okay. Noelle también escucha un podcast para ayudarla a decidir. Listen to the podcast. Does it talk about the same ideas as the online hotline post? Escuchamos el podcast. ¿Habla acerca de las mismas ideas que trata el artículo de online hotline post? ¿O son diferentes? Okay. Escuchémoslo, por favor.
Track 3.39.
All the time people ask me, what's the best thing to buy? A phone or a tablet? There's no easy answer to that question because different people need different things. And they can more or less do the same things: surf the web, check emails, make calls. However, there are some different ways of helping you decide. And you can be sure these things are not talked about in advertisements and online information. To start with, there's pocketability. Pocket a what? I hear you ask. Pocketability. Let me explain. Pocket ability. This means how easy it is to get the phone or tablet into different pockets in your jacket, your jeans, that kind of thing. And another really important thing to think about, eatability. No, it doesn't mean you eat your phone. Eatability is all about how easy it is to use the phone or tablet and eat at the same time. You know, sometimes you want to have lunch and read something. So you see, two new and very important ways of thinking about phones and tablets. Pocketability and eatability. You decide.
So, does it talk about the same ideas? ¿Habla acerca de las mismas ideas? No, it talks about different ideas. It says, the podcast talks about different ideas to the reading text. Pocketability and eatability. Las nuevas ideas de las que habla es pocketability y eatability. Listen again. Choose the correct answer. Escuchen una vez más y elijan la respuesta correcta. Okay? Se trata de the size of phones and tablets, el tamaño de los teléfonos y las tablets. How phones and tablets feel when you use them. Cómo se sienten los teléfonos y las tablets cuando los estás utilizando. Eatability es acerca de using phones and tablets in restaurants, usar teléfonos y tablets en restaurantes, or using phones and tablets when you're eating, usar teléfonos y tabletas cuando estás comiendo. Listen one more time and answer the questions.
Track 3.39.
All the time, people ask me, what's the best thing to buy? A phone or a tablet? There's no easy answer to that question because different people need different things. And they can more or less do the same things: surf the web, check emails, make calls. However, there are some different ways of helping you decide. And you can be sure these things are not talked about in advertisements and online information. To start with, there's pocketability. Pocket a what? I hear you ask. Pocketability. Let me explain. Pocket ability. This means how easy it is to get the phone or tablet into different pockets in your jacket, your jeans, that kind of thing. And another really important thing to think about, eatability. No, it doesn't mean you eat your phone. Eatability is all about how easy it is to use the phone or tablet and eat at the same time. You know, sometimes you want to have lunch and read something. So you see, two new and very important ways of thinking about phones and tablets. Pocketability and eatability. You decide.
So, what is pocketability? ¿De qué trata pocketability? Okay, el libro nos dice que trata acerca de A. The size of phones and tablets. El tamaño de teléfonos y tabletas. Eatability is about B. Using phones and tablets when you're eating. Utilizar teléfonos y tabletas cuando estás comiendo. Muy bien. Talk about the questions. Hablemos acerca de las preguntas. 1. Do you think the ideas in the podcast are useful or not? ¿Creen que las ideas en el podcast son útiles o no? Why or why not? ¿Por qué sí o por qué no? Okay. If you want to know what Noel decided to buy, si quieren saber qué Noel decidió comprar, go to page 135 and find out. Vayan a la página 135 y ahí nos cuenta. Vocabulary. IT collocations. Complete the phrases from the podcast with the correct verbs. Listen and check your answers. 1. S blank 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 the web. 2. C 1, 2, 3, 4 blanks, emails. And 3, M blanks, calls. Okay, let's listen and check the answers.
Track 3.40.
And they can more or less do the same things. Surf the web, check emails, make calls.
Okay, number 1, S the web. Surf the web. Number 2, C emails. Check emails. Number 3, M calls. That would be make calls. Match verbs 1 through 5 with nouns A through E. Sometimes more than one answer is possible. Unan los verbos del 1 al 5. Okay, download, click on, visit, log on to, y save. With nouns con los sustantivos, a website, a document, a file, a link, a computer. Sometimes more than one answer is possible. Muchas veces, o algunas veces, más de una respuesta es correcta. Number 1, download. Podemos download B, a document, and C, a file. 2, click on. We can D, click on a link. 3, visit. A, we can visit a website. 4, log on to. A, log on to a website, and E, log on to a computer. 5, save. We can save a document and we can save a file. Okay, perfect. 5, speaking. Vamos a cambiar ese speaking a un writing. Choose idea 1 or 2. Something new you have compared to something old you had. Example, a smartphone to a mobile phone. 2 things that you use and are similar. Example, a desktop computer to a laptop computer. Make notes about the two things. Is one better than the other? How? What can you do with each thing? Okay. Vamos a escribir un pequeño texto acerca o comparando dos cosas que tengan que son, uno, muy similares o que sea algo que tienen ahora, que es nuevo, y algo que tenían antes, que era viejito. Entonces, comparémoslo. Dice, is one better than the other? ¿Uno es mejor que el otro? How? ¿Cómo? What can you do with each thing? ¿Qué puedes hacer con cada una de esas cosas? Les vamos a escribir un texto, por favor, en sus libretas acerca de esto. Muy bien. Thank you. For 10A, this will be all.